Yo, what it do? Let me get these headphones on. Sorry for all the noise. What's up? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel, man. I literally have no fucking clue what this video is gonna be about. Unsure. I'm getting right to it, man. Unsure if I've told you all this, but the entire reason why I'm uploading videos every Saturday is because I'm trying this new challenge. And it's not a new challenge, but it's like a task that I came up with for myself. So my project is 40 weeks of YouTube. So I started this as soon as I got the camera, right? I was like, I'm gonna pursue 3 things, maximum 4, but they all involve this camera, and they're all yearly goals for myself. So I have like a system set up within Notion. If people are interested in that, I can for sure make a video on like my Notion system. It's not fully fleshed out, but basically I have like a PARA or para style project management system set up in Notion. So I have a couple projects and I have all the resources I need for those projects, as well as like the dashboards where I end up measuring progress towards achieving those goals. And so one of those, the main one, is 40 weeks of YouTube. And so it's just me dedicating maybe a year. I'll probably end up doing another project next year because I kind of enjoy doing this shit, and I'll call it 52 weeks of YouTube, and maybe I'll just do more fucking YouTube videos. But I enjoy doing this shit. I enjoy just talking into the camera, trying to get better about blogging. But basically it's my goal to see how far I can get when uploading a YouTube video every single week. Maybe the algorithm catches and I maybe get a couple followers, and as I continue to build followers, I'll continue to flesh out the system. But yeah, just unsure if I told you all that, but that's kind of why this exists, and that's why right now it's very like limited in scale, I'll say. So that's why you don't see me walking around with the camera and shit. I'm not comfortable yet holding the camera. I've tried it, too afraid to upload the videos, bro. I feel too cringe, you know. Trying to get past that, but that's what this project is about. It's about exposing myself to these awkward situations. So like last weekend, I went to my homeboy's going away party. I talked about that in my previous video, A Case for Materialism. And I whipped out the camera and started taking photos of just people at the party and just shit going around at the party. And like, it wasn't as awkward as I thought it was going to be, but you know, it like dawned on me maybe like sometime in the middle of the week, damn, this is me practicing for my goals in life. So like I said, I bought the camera, bro. YouTube is probably one of my main things. I have a very, very deep yearning to assist people, and I think one of the best ways I can assist people is helping people guide themselves through life and provide to them just like very plain, slightly mundane life advice, or even just voice my experiences so that people can see and potentially learn from mistakes that I've made or successes that I've had and implement things into their lives. Just pick apart my advice and just, you know, chew the meat and spit out the bones. You know, that's like kind of one of my main things. I've just always felt like I went through life without a mentor, and so I guess like what this is kind of like a pseudo mentorship thing. Like, I don't think I'm well equipped enough or successful enough to be anyone's mentor, but I definitely think that I have experiences that I can offer up to people so that maybe they can engage with them and see if, you know, they can avoid, like I said, my mistakes and pursue my successes. So yeah, man, welcome back to the channel. I don't have any topic in particular today to discuss. Well, I guess I do. I want to discuss like comfort. That's what we'll go with. Just so you know, all this should be off the dome. I don't script anything yet. Like I said, it's still very bare bones. Eventually I'll get into scripting and plan my videos better. You know, I like have the section in Notion to do it, but I get so caught up during the work week, and then I bullshit so much after sometimes that I don't really work on the YouTube part like I need to. But anyway, comfort. it's such a like double-edged sword, right? Because like we pursue it constantly. I think it's one of the main pursuits of humans as we navigate our existence is comfort. And I think often we confuse being comfortable with being content, but I won't go down that track. Um, but it's such a double-edged sword because in order to grow you have to be uncomfortable. Like nothing has ever grown without it being uncomfortable, or no person has ever grown without being uncomfortable. It's a simple concept as thinking of like your legs getting longer. Like growing pains are a real fucking thing, you know. Wisdom teeth coming in grows in, and some it hurts to a degree for some people. You're teething, your teeth are growing, it hurts, it's painful, it's uncomfortable, it's whatever it is. Comfort is this weird fucking like I don't know what else to say, but like fucking double-edged sword. I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but comfort is this weird state of being that holds you back yet pushes you forward at the same time. And I'm getting so interested in pushing the boundaries that you know I set for myself. So I, as you know, I'm like into fashion, and so like I very much enjoy stepping out and feeling comfortable and confident in what I'm wearing. I'm into fragrances and shit like that, like a junior fucking Kevin Samuels to a degree. I mean, without the like female nature bullshit, I don't really care about all that, but I do care about maximizing your potential as a young man. I don't think that many of us are in a realm where we can do so, and I don't think that many of us have people in our lives to help us navigate doing so. So I'm taking it upon myself to teach myself, make a lot of mistakes, right? I go out in fits, and like sometimes the fit just ain't it, you know, and I just have to live with that, you know, and sometimes the fit is fire. I just don't feel comfortable in the fit, so I have to go out and live in the world in that discomfort. And by the time I return home, whether it be from a coffee shop or running errands, I actually feel good about it. And it could be because of just me living in that space long enough to feel acclimated to it, or it could be because of some sort of external validation. And I think that same concept goes when you start a new job as well. It's like you feel uncomfortable because you don't really have the skills that everyone else does who's been there longer, the more tenured people. And there's like one or two things that happen. You either, you know, get comfortable because you spent enough time there, or you get, you know, more comfortable because you start to accept what your place is. I guess those are kind of the same thing, but they're just a tad bit different, tad bit separated. And the end result of that is always something that you don't realize, right? Like the growth that happens from you living in the discomfort is always something that happens, or something that you don't realize until it's already happened and you're looking back on your experience. So this is why I think it's very important to do things like journaling or note taking, or even just like recording these videos. You know, I said it before, for me it's like these are something that I'm going to end up looking back on next year. I have basically every week documented, and I at least get to see what was on my mind at the time, even if it's a snapshot. It's like taking a photo. You know, I hate people who record entire concerts on their phone and never take their eye off the screen to actually see what's going on. But I also understand the people who take pictures of the moment, because when you see it, it instantly brings back those memories. Just like when you smell your mother's homemade cooking, you know, that one recipe that she makes that you love, it just instantly, even if it's not hers, it's just something that smells similar to it, it'll instantly bring back memories of your mom. It's kind of the same concept. So yeah, man, I think it's very important that we learn to navigate comfort, because it is so duplicitous. We have two sides of the same coin, but there is a positive and a negative for sure. You know, on the positive hand, being comfortable gives you a certain sense of satisfaction with life. You know, you have less like woe and worry in mind, but at the same time, the negative end of that is like when you're too comfortable, you're no longer growing. And we live in a society where, especially as young men, bro, we have been conditioned to seek comfort, especially if you are of a particular social class or demographic. And I don't mean black people, but um, as a man, like, a lot of us think that our main mission in life is to go out, get a high paying job, and then, like, through that job, like, provide comfort to a family. You know, it's just everything circles back to being comfortable. But the people who are successful, you know, we always refer to it as delayed gratification. But the people who are successful just stayed so uncomfortable for so long, you know, and pursued something. They directed that, like, wiry energy towards a goal for so long that what ended up happening is they got to the point where you could do nothing else but be comfortable. I mean, like, yeah, you can still expose yourself to uncomfortable situations for sure, but they worked so hard, they automated so much, they made so much success. It's like being ultra wealthy, like an Elon Musk level of wealth. It doesn't matter what he does, bro. It's gonna be so, like, he would have to work to blow off that level of wealth because he has the engine set up. And so, like, I'm sure the man exposes himself to uncomfortable situations all the time. Look at the Twitter thing that he's going through right now. But at the same time, like, I'm sure the dude went through some very rocky situations to excel to where he has. And I think that, you know, we can't compare ourselves to these giant figures because they're so abnormal and they had so much going on for them to allow them to end up in that place. Where we can compare ourselves to our peers, and you can look around and see that your peers who are pursuing comfort are less well off, less well rounded, and moving forward at a slower pace than you know, who wakes up at 5:30, 5:45 in the morning to go to the gym, you know, gets up and tries to get to work at a decent time early, sits down at the desk, hammers it out. Task fucking sucks, but you just get it done. Get off, go home. Don't want to study, but you study. You know, you rather just sit there, drink some alcohol, and be fucking content. But you go the extra mile, bro. That shit is helping you. I know that right now you're not feeling that way because damn does it suck to be uncomfortable, but don't stop pursuing that shit. It's just like going to the gym, bro. You can't grow unless, you know, you push yourself to failure. And I'm learning to accept that. I'm learning to accept my mistakes are just lessons, and I'm learning to accept that well, a mistake isn't a mistake if as long as you learn from it. I'm learning that. You know, it's a mistake if you don't learn from it. If you learn from it, it's a lesson. That's plain and simple. It's something positive. You've added knowledge into your repertoire. You know, you've got more in the wardrobe to pick from. More hats to wear, more ways to navigate the world. You're becoming more of a well-rounded person, bro. It's like you're playing as Mario in Mario Tennis. Like, you know, you're an all-around player, bro, and that's what you should be going for. I mean, specialization leads to a greater generation of wealth, or at least greater wealth generation potential. But being well-rounded leads to a more human experience. It leads to you living more life. I do genuinely believe that. I think half of the reason, this is off the fucking top of the dome, but, like, one of the reasons that Drake is so phenomenal as an artist, and, like, I'm a Drake hater, by the way, but one of the reasons that Drake is so phenomenal as a hip-hop artist is because bro acted. And, like, I'm not really going to explain my theory there, but if you just think about it logically, like, him acting allows him to play the role of a rapper better than almost any other rapper could. And, you know, maybe the same could be said for Ludacris, right? Like Kanye, like, he started out making beats, but him making beats led to him becoming a phenomenal artist as far as rapping, you know, and lyricism. So it's just an interesting concept, you know, because you see how far he goes, and then you see, like, Mos Def, arguably one of the greatest lyricists of all time, and it's like, has he done production? Yeah, but he started out rapping and specialized in rapping first. And so, like, why didn't he go as far as Kanye, you know? Because the nigga's amazing, but I'm not gonna get off into that. Nigga, I'll start going crazy on that. Such a hip-hop fan, bro. But yeah, man, don't pursue comfort, man. Pursue discomfort. If you're comfortable right now, look around and think to yourself, like, what am I willing to do to make myself uncomfortable? Like, how big of a jump am I willing to make? And then action on that. Just determine it, see what you're gonna do, and action on it. You know, for me, it was picking a job that was non-work from home. As much as I think that that may end up sucking later on down the line, I know that I've been too comfortable working from the house, bro. I know that that has hindered me in ways that I can't see right now. And it could just be something as simple as me being in the house all the time makes me a little bit lazy when it comes to pursuing things. Who knows? I'll have to discover that when I discover it. But anyway, look, my camera's about to die. I know this one's not exactly what it should be. I'm going to try to get out more content. I'm going to try to script out the content at least a little bit better, like come up with something. I honestly haven't been doing so. I've just been making the videos and just putting the shit out because I've been having fun with it. And also, you know, I haven't been taking the time to do it like I really should. I've been like thinking about shit, like I'll come up with a concept. Obviously I didn't this week, but I'll come up with a concept and then flesh it out and then talk about it. But I want to start making like vlog style videos where I also provide some of the information that I'm providing, or at least some of the opinions. I'm not going to say it's concrete information, but some of the opinions that I'm providing over life, and just see how that goes. Just, I want to provide more value, and so I'm trying to flesh out like what is my value proposition. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll be honest, I haven't figured out what my value proposition is in general in life. Like, what value am I offering to other people? You know, I know it's there, but I just don't know what it is. So that's one of the things I have to work on myself. Maybe that's my next topic. I don't know. Anyway, moral of the story: stop pursuing comfort. Matter of fact, decrease comfort as much as possible within reason. It's okay to be uncomfortable. You're probably more successful being less comfortable. You'll probably go farther if you stop trying to seek status quo and comfort. If you want to know what drives a man most to get the fuck out there and get after it, look at his financial situation and gauge how much he really wants to change that. A man who is tired of being broke, like myself, will do anything, move mountains, will become Sisyphus and continue pushing that fucking boulder up the hill until one day, you know, we finally tip it and then everything comes raining in. And don't give up. Don't forget how quickly your life can change if you negate that comfort and really start pursuing things with a purpose. Or you just start to pursue discomfort with a purpose. Maybe you don't know your direction yet. Just change something in your life and then keep going. Eventually the road will become clearer. Sometimes, bro, you just have to keep walking straight until you get out of the brush before you get to developed land. And that's fine too, as long as you're moving, right? If you're supposed to be going north and you're going northwest, well, you're still kind of heading in the right direction. Change course and keep going. You know, I've talked about this multiple times. You're gonna end up off course. You just have to get back on course. That's the important part. But you just can't stop moving. You can't just circle around, right? Yeah. Anyway, peace. Appreciate you for coming through the channel. There will be more content coming soon, more frequent uploads as well. I see the views kind of going up. I'm fucking with that. Please like the video, subscribe if you're fucking with me. Give me some ideas on some shit you'd like to see. I can start showing y'all fits, what I'm wearing, how I'm approaching things. Just take you with me. If you're interested in that, please let me know. I can also go over some of the books that I'm reading and maybe, you know, tell you the shit that I'm getting from that. Right now I'm still working through Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. So like halfway through that, kind of chewing through it and taking notes, all that bullshit. Whatever, man. Whatever interests you, please holler back at your boy. I am out. Peace. I thought I was out.